I have no idea where I am. How does that feel when it's 400 years ago and you're responding to an invitation from a close relative that embarked on this great journey to start a wonderful community in a very promising future on the other side of the pond, only to be lured into the middle of nowhere by the sounds of an amphibian? These carpenter frogs, in my opinion, probably caused a person or two to stray the wrong direction, thinking that they found the community they were hoping to. Carpenter Frogs. How about that? I'm back. Chris Egnoto here, and I hope you guys are having a good day. So, I was filming those leopard frogs, right? And then decided I'm going to set out and try again to get some close-ups of the carpenter frogs. It's a common frog, but they're so hard to get close to. Success. Have a look. Okay, so my wish just came true. Directly in front of me is a carpenter frog. Now if only I could get some closer footage. The overall body color of carpenter frogs is this drab olive brownish color. And they've got these two distinctive yellowy tan stripes going down their side. You know, there's not really any other frogs in this region that look anything like the carpenter frogs. Maybe a green frog, if you don't know what you're looking for. They're a medium-sized ranid, about, say, 2.5 inches long. Of course, their most defining characteristic is that trademark call of theirs. It's unmistakable. It's habitats like this here that carpenter frogs love to call home. Of course, there's plenty of fresh water. There is tons of cover for them to hide behind or even sit on top of in waiting for food, hunting those insects and calling their mates. What a perfect habitat for carpenter frogs and just about any reptiles and amphibians that like fresh water. Frogs are generally organized into different groups. For example, gray tree frogs and spring peepers are of course members of the tree frog group. Pickerel frogs happen to be grass frogs, while carpenter frogs are categorized as pond frogs and can actually own the title of true frogs in the Ranidae family. That basically means they've got highly adapted webbing between their toes, one powerful kick of their hind legs, and it'll propel them through the water at a considerable speed. Carpenter frogs like the typical frog diet. Invertebrates such as insects and spiders. And they even go for crayfish now and then if they're small enough. This species is a prolonged breeder, and they can breed anywhere from April to August, with May probably being the busiest time for them establishing territory and really putting effort into finding partners. Not only are they active breeders during the warmer months, but they also seem to sing whenever they want to. They don't care if it's day or night. That singing, of course, is intended to attract mates. The males will sit there, they establish their territory, they call out into the dark, and if a female likes them, she approaches and then the courting begins. When they're not singing, they spend most of their time either resting or hunting for food, which consists of, invertebrates. Another name for carpenter frogs is sphagnum frogs, and that's because they love the sphagnum swamps. That rusty brown just perfectly camouflages them. You get close, they stop singing. like I said earlier, I can only imagine what it was like for the early colonists to arrive at this country, searching for their community that they're supposed to meet up with, and hearing sounds of construction in the distance, only to find themselves lured into a wetlands by listening to the song of a frog. I'm not exaggerating. I mean, these things sound identical to people hammering nails into wood. They don't get the name Carpenter Frog for nothing. If you happen to have the opportunity to encounter these frogs in person, I strongly urge you to do so, especially at night. If you're lucky, you're going to hear them and you're going to laugh. I mean, these things are so funny to listen to because of what they sound like, and they're a lot of fun to see. But I must tell you, you got to approach them with caution. They are super shy. If you get close, they stop singing immediately. And if you don't move slowly, they'll pop their heads underwater only to pop back up somewhere else. They're really shy. So be careful when you're approaching them in order not to scare them away. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you soon in my next video. Once again, I'm Chris Egnoto, signing out.